That kind of last stuff. What about you, man? How's life? The audio. What's wrong? Can you explain? The audio. Can you tell me what exactly? What's wrong with the audio? Can you tell me? Silent. Are you sure that your audio did you put your volume up? Does anyone else here has the same problem? Is my microphone silent? Ah, okay, yeah, sure, I know. Okay, let's fix that. Give me a second. Give me a moment. I know what it is. All right, I think it should be fixed now. I think it should be the same as before. I think it should be fine now, yeah. Yeah. I was just messing with some stuff. Jesus Christ, man, what is happening here? Nice, super. I don't understand what's happening here. Give me a second. Set crop. Ah, I see. All right, so this is not mandatory. I see. Shit, that sucks. Yeah, okay, I see. Well, that's okay, but this is not okay, right? Okay, so now it's okay. All right. Cool. You look tired. I mean, it's Friday, man. Yeah, I'm absolutely tired, yeah? I'm absolutely tired. But I'm always okay, man. I'm always okay. It's Friday, it's the end of the week, so it's, I guess, natural that people are tired, yeah. All right, so that's great. I think that's good. So yeah, we just always need to have that set crop passed, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's good. So let's see what we do today. So we're gonna continue. So we're gonna publish this as a npm package soon. Let's see what else would we need to move though, right? Before we can actually do that, right? So if I go to programmer network, if I go to production, let's see what we have. I wonder if we should turn those into components though or not. Let me just see. Yeah, also we'll need to do something about this, I guess. I guess we have a bunch of icons, right? So let's maybe do that, and then maybe we can push it to npm, and then you guys can also use it. But before I do that, let's take a look at that. So where is it? So let's go to components, core. Where is it? Icons. Where are my icons? Yeah, over here. All right, there's a bunch of icons, right? So let's maybe also start by cleaning that up, right? So then how do we actually do that, right? Is the question. So if I maybe go to icons, index something, right? Yeah, over here. So I guess this is how we can check what's used and what isn't used. So this one is obviously used. Remove bookmark. About me, icons, SVG. Yeah, so this one isn't used, right? So we can maybe kind of clean up some of that stuff. So I guess let's maybe do something. So let's open up maybe another terminal here. Let's go CDF and let's run the programmer network font in here just so yeah, it can give us some add circle. So add circle we are using somewhere, mobile navigation, add square. Yeah, add square we're not really using, are we? So let me do one thing. Play one game, my friend. Good evening. How are you, buddy? Add square. Where is that stuff? Here, right? So let's just clean this stuff up. Oops. That's not what I wanted. Add square. I remember you, Mbit. Of course I do, man. Like, I mean, I haven't been streaming for that long, right? One of the projects you use stream data. Okay, dude, that's awesome, man. So your marketing is using my product. Nice. Of course I remember you, man. I mean, I remember all people, right, who came to the stream. Align center, align justify, align left, align right. Okay, so we can, I guess get rid of all of this stuff as well. Yeah, man, of course. I think you were one of the first people who found my stream when I was still, I mean, the stream is still small, and I think it's always going to be small, but yeah. Why did I decide to build things from scratch? Because things are very simple to build from scratch, and I can make my product look like my own product, not like 7 billion other same things, right? It's a good debate, right? If you want, we can discuss it, right? I mean, so this is, let me show you the trajectory, right? Well, it doesn't matter that it supports steaming, right? Like it's a very simple discussion. Let me show you. It's a very simple discussion, and this is the trajectory of how those things work. Let me show you why. Yeah, let me show you how that works, right? You start some. Well, sure. I mean, again, there isn't right or wrong. There's some in your company. Yes, exactly. There's a life cycle of a startup that goes like this, right? You start some company, right? And you bootstrap some crap, right? So your company doesn't really have you guys probably don't even have a designer in your team, right? You're a small company. You don't really have your own brand yet, right? There's no brand. You're building some product and you don't care that much, right? But at one point, you're gonna... Okay, well, then that's strange. Then that discussion is strange. But either way, you're a 2,000 people company. Sure, whatever. But the easiest way to have your products look the same is to build your own library. Because it depends what the same is, right? If you wanted your product to look like most other products... Okay, so there's certainly libraries out there which can be unique in a way that you can make your product look different, right? But most of these libraries are very generic in a sense that they try to satisfy too many use cases, right? So if you can find a library that's simple, that allows you to change it very easily, then I 100% agree with you, go with it. If that's MUI or whatever is it called, right? Spending time making any decision costs money, right? You choosing that library is also going to cost you money, right? Because so everything costs money. There isn't like we chose this library and now we're not spending. Of course, you're spending time. You're spending time to adjust that thing now to look how you want, right? So that's the trade-off you made, right? Now you're going to be walking backwards. Now you're going to be adjusting that so it looks like how you want it, right? So that is the difference, right? That is the core difference, right? Everything costs money. Every decision costs money. Rebecca, friend, good evening. There's no decision you're going to make that's not going to cost you money, right? I think we're not using this anymore, I suppose, right? Yeah. Again, as long as you made an agreement with your own team, right, and you guys are happy, and your company is happy, your CTO is happy, you made the right choice. So it doesn't matter what I think, right? What matters is that you guys made some decision and you guys are happy with that, then that's great. If you guys are happy, that's amazing. That's, I guess, all that matters, right? Jesus Christ, why am I using all these shitty icons? Okay. Okay. Again, every decision has consequence, right? I've been past 15 years in companies that had their own library, as I have here for Programmer Network, and I've been in those that didn't have it, and each was painful in its way, because those who didn't have it had to mostly work backwards. You use some shitty thing that use portals and 500 different classes beneath. Now you start hacking it, you start you start taking something that was inherently designed to look like X, and you are trying to make it look like Y, right? So that's the problem. So as long as you're not fighting the tool that's supposed to make you productive, you made the right choice, right? There isn't, if you are using something and you're like, haha, we didn't even build this, we just took it for free, but then you're wasting time on it, right? Then that's a problem, right? So if you're not going through that, then amazing, that's great, right? So it's the main question is that serving you as a library, or is it serving you as a stepping stone to build something, right? Max, my friend, good evening. I am just moving stuff from Programmer Network frontend to basically I'm just making this open source. I'm making Programmer Network frontend open source, so some of you guys who want it can contribute to some of the things eventually. So I'm just cleaning up some icons now, and then I'm gonna move all these icons. Yeah, I mean, genuinely, as long as you're not fighting the tool, right, you want it. I mean, those things are very simple, right? Because fundamentally, something either makes you more productive or it doesn't, right? So it's not rocket science. Like, should we use our own library or not? I mean, if whatever you're using works for you, then you should use it, of course, right? So that's the question. That's there isn't right or wrong there, right? I know that in the startups that I worked in my career, you at one point reach a point where you want to have defined your own brand, your own style. And in most circumstances, this becomes impossible because from the time the company was founded until that point, the UI was not even something that was considered important. It was like, hey, let's just bootstrap things so they work, right? So blah, blah, blah. But you at one point in time, you reach a stage as a company where you know, you have now the designers, you have the money, you have bigger teams, blah, blah, blah. Now is the time to make things better, right? So this is a natural development of every company out there, right? For this project, Programmer Network, I mean, this is something I do in the evening hours after wife, kid, full-time job, right? So not all the decisions I'm making here are necessarily correct. If I was trying to build a company in a way like ship fast, fail fast, I mean, most of the things I did here, I wouldn't do the way that I did with Programmer Network, right? But that's not what this stream is, and that's not what this product is, right? I'm not doing this to get rich. I'm doing it because it's fun, and then if it succeeds, well, even better, right? But that's not the motivation, right? I'll be hopefully, oh my fucking god, man, are you kidding me? How many of those do we have? I think once we kind of move these icons, then I think I'll just push this to, so we're gonna create an npm package, and then we're gonna so yeah, I think that's a good idea, and then we do something else. Discord 2. So we are using Discord 2. What about Discord? Are we using that? Discord, yeah, that's awkward. Okay, discuss. What about discuss? Are we using this crap somewhere? Nope, we're not. Okay. I think this has been yeah, this has been something that I think it's long overdue to clean up a bit, so that's what it is. I mean, over a year of streaming this, we accumulated this crap, right? How you doing, Play One Game, man? You've been silent lately. Are you a lot of school? Are you going to school, university? What is it? What are you up to, man? Shit. All right, so let's keep on going. Expand external link. I guess we are using that. I off. We are using that as well. I. Good, man. That's amazing. Certainly amazing. That's good, man. Good for you, dude. Why do I have Facebook icon? I despise that platform, man. Okay, that's has to go. Yeah, man, of course. Yeah, of course, dude. Like, do I have regrets? No, absolutely not. I don't have any regrets, no. I mean, all the libraries that I'm writing for this project are written in TypeScript, but this project is not going to be in TypeScript for a long time, until it reaches some state of stability, as in, you know, right now TypeScript would, just as I said before, TypeScript would not make me more productive with this project, it would make me more annoyed, right? I just came by to say hi to him. He's the only guy that I would ever watch besides myself here, because he's an actual guy who writes code. He doesn't just talk crap. He just builds things. He's a huge contributor. I mean, he built the Fastify. He built Pino. You know, so I like to watch guys who are actually doing things, not just talking crap. So absolutely, he's if I would suggest someone to watch, I would say watch Matteo. He's truly a legend. I truly admire him. I have a huge respect for him. Huge respect, because you know, he does stuff. He doesn't just talk about things and how things should be or should not be. He's a huge, really great guy. Very good guy. I unfortunately don't have much time. I mean, to watch anyone on Twitch, I can barely make it to stream myself. But yeah, if I had the time, I would definitely watch him. I don't know. Matteo Collina. His name is Matteo Collina. Here. I have a huge respect for that guy. Huge respect. Because he is truly a great engineer. Truly a great engineer. My pleasure. You know, hacker rank, hacker. I guess we can get rid of this. I know that, fellas, that this is kind of boring, so if you want to chat about something, chat. I'm happy to chat. We need like 5 more minutes to finish this. That's just what it is. If it's boring, I'm sorry, but I need to do it. It's been something that I wanted to do for a long time, so yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's just a text editor, right? Why does it... Who cares, right? Image add. Okay, this doesn't seem to be used, right? I suppose. I mean, unless, wait. Yeah, it's not used. Okay, beautiful. There's no better pleasure than removing code. That's way more fulfilling than writing code, right? So beautiful. So beautiful. I mean, that's how this community is. I mean, we have to fundamentally understand that people don't watch programmers because they write code. I mean, again, as I said many times before, if I would just turn to talk shit all the time in this stream, I would also have probably 500 people, right? So this is entertainment industry, right? Nobody really comes here for programming, right? I mean, that guy who has 2,500 viewers, most of his streams are just talking crap, right? And don't please misunderstand me. I envy him in a way because he found a niche and he's capitalizing on it. So I'm not saying that I'm not shitting on him. In fact, he just I mean, he's a solid engineer, right? I mean, he's just like he's a guy like the rest of us, right? I mean, top-notch engineers, the best ones, mostly are not streaming, right? They're building shit, right? Those. So yeah, that's beside the point. I mean, who are we to comment on how good or bad someone else is, right? I would not dare to do such a thing, but. Yeah, I mean, it's just those streams are very childish, right? And I get it, right? That's the average viewer here on Twitch is probably 16 to 18 years old, right? So that's just how it is, and he's capitalizing on it. He's very smart, right? He's a super smart guy, right? He's a super smart guy, and he found a niche, and he's giving people what they want, right? So those streams are, let's face it, this is not about programming. This is about entertainment, right? So more crap you talk, the better, right? And you can see that on YouTube. More shit, hipster crap something is. So yeah, that's how it works, right? And I do this for fun because I have no intentions to be an influencer of any kind, and I enjoy it, right? But if my goal was viewers, then I would not be doing any thing that I'm doing now. Who the fuck wants to watch a guy build a social platform, right? That's not even fun, right? Yeah, that's how it is, right? That's how it is. Leo, my friend, good evening. You're not asleep yet. Shit talk platform. The thing is, I mean, the most hilarious thing with the younger individuals, right? Because I remember I was that as well, right? When I was very young, I was doing Linux distributions, I was trying to be a hacker, right? But at one point in life, you grow up and then you do things which actually matter, right? Because everybody is like you cannot have a product without UI, right? Because the biggest irony of that whole thing is that, the biggest irony of that is that you are now using some UI to talk to me, right? And it's like, you cannot build a product without UI, right? That's ridiculous, right? So in a way, it's funny because you cannot hate something that you fundamentally can't live without. It doesn't make sense, right? But yeah, that's just how it is, my friends. Shit talk, but yeah, we are kind of a little bit in a shit talk. Yeah, well, we have to talk. Like this stuff that I'm doing now is actually not very fun right now, right? So yeah, we are kind of. That's a good point. We are on a shit plot. Yeah, that's a good point. Seriously, man, am I using all this crap? He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Personal profile. Yeah, okay. This can go away. I see. Beautiful. Pixel terminal. Code block. Podcast. Well, yeah, I mean, it is hard, right? I mean, building programming in the UI today is vastly more complicated than, let's say, doing backend, building APIs. It's probably 300 times more complicated, right? I remember 15, 20 years ago, it was kind of opposite, right? Because the UIs were fundamentally very simple. Now, I mean, what is even a UI, right? What is that, right? What's considered UI today, it's insane, man. So it's insane what you have to know, right? So that's why, of course, it's natural that those who suck at it are more eager to hate it than learn it, right? It's way easier. It's way easier path, right? To shit on something than just... It's the same with CSS, people who shit on CSS. It's fundamentally a lot easier to crap on it than actually sit and learn it, right? So that's in human nature, is like that. It's way easier to complain than do something about it. And then you jump on a sheep train, right? Of other people doing the same. Then you shit on the same thing together, right? That's even better. That's more addictive, right? You all pat each other on the shoulder, right? So that's human nature, right? It's way easier to be ignorant about something than actually do something about it, right? Yeah, I remember, man. Yeah, that guy that got super offended. Yeah. Yeah, I remember him. Okay, so I am actually using that. Face. Okay. Cool. I'm so fucking bored of this. It's incredible. Valence, wow. Ah, I see. I remember what those were. Yeah, I remember what those were. We should and we can and we will new call that crap. Title. What is title? Toolbar, title. Okay, are we using that? Yeah, we are. Of course we are. Okay. Tomorrow is the next. Yeah, I think we're gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna be home alone a bit. My wife is taking my kid somewhere with the friends, so for sure, yeah, I'm gonna stream tomorrow during the day. So absolutely, Rebecca. Absolutely. Yeah, that's for sure. We're gonna do some. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Cool, super. Okay, remove bookmarks. So I think so if we go back to this library we're building, right? If we take a look at the icons in here, if we go what we actually transitioned already, we have we've transitioned some already, right? So let's actually go back here, and yeah, let's transition some, right? So let's start here. So we're gonna say icon add circle tsx. I'm gonna do this icon add circle. I'll go to one of those fellas over here. I'll actually just do this. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna call this so icon add circle. That's great, right? Let's keep on going. So we have this add icon. So actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Just so we automate this, let's use the robot, right? So let's use the robot. Given this, turn the following ones to TypeScript as well. Oh, it's your birthday tomorrow, man. Are you saying that your birthday is more important than are you saying that your birthday is more important than my stream, bro? Is that what you're saying, or what is that? I'm now becoming Golang dev. That's great, man. Golang is one of the most beautiful languages, so for sure. That's great, man. That's good. That's great, man. Cool, man. Cool. That's great, dude. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Icon add icon. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. So let's get back here. It's this one of this annoying manual things we have to do, but that's what it is. We can't always do what's fun. In fact, yeah. Icon adjust, right? Icon adjust. Wait a minute, let me go back to this thing. Adjust, okay. Let's see, icon arrow right. Sure. Okay. Icon article. Okay. Okay, it failed here. Let's try that again. All right. Okay, so go back here. Where did we stop? Jesus Christ, man. No chance I can do all this now. I'm gonna die inside. No, I'm not gonna do this now. All right, let's do one thing then. So let's do one thing. I think it's time that we publish this to npm and then we slowly. So let's see. Yeah, Rebecca, I agree. I agree. It's not the most creative thing, is it? Give me 1 second. Let me just authenticate here. Last pat. No. Let me just. We're gonna publish a new. Shit, man. Where's my authenticator? Jesus Christ, man. Authenticator. They changed the icon. Okay. What are we talking about? Where am I now? npm, 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 GitLab, GitHub. Oh, here it is. Cool. All right, great. So did I log into my, yeah, all right. Okay, so how was it? I actually forgot. So let's get over here for a second. So far we've, yeah, let me just, give me a second. Let's push this. Let's just go to the storybook very quickly. Where's the icons? Here, right? Okay, so I'll probably, not probably, AGJS. Yeah, that's a very old name. Yeah, for sure. So what was it? It's been when did I publish my last package? Actually, I published it at work, but yeah, so I forgot 6 months ago. So let's actually go to this package that we released recently, and then I'll probably find here some npm thing. Git ignore assets. Is there something here that I used? Give me 2 seconds. What was it? npm login, right? npm login. What the fuck? Invalid archetype. Okay. But before we actually publish this as an actual package, right, which again is not quite ready yet, we'll need to, I think what would be useful, for instance, now is that I build this locally, right? So that we do like pm build, and then try to link it in the front end, in the local programmer network front end, right? If we go into the dist now, do we have an actual index file? We do. What is our main file in here? Dist index.js, okay. Yeah, that's not correct, so it should be, okay. Have the ES, right? So yeah, it has to be this, but let's go to Vita, right, or whatever you can. So it's going to generate this, then EL format JS, yeah. Then the source here is src index.ts. All right, so basically in our package JSON, right, this needs to be Drev, my friend, good evening to you as well. I guess yes, right? Yeah, so we could technically try that. So let's say link local package dependency using pnpm. Did the stream end? I hope not. Yeah, so something like that, right? So we'll need to link it, right? And we have to link it, I assume, by path, right? So we would have to say pnpm link, and then like do programmer network Luigi, right? Let's try that. And now if I actually, if we open up this and go to package JSON, yeah, I actually don't see anything happening, right? Interesting. Okay, give me a second. Yeah, very interesting. So basically, when I try to link pm link pm program network Luigi, local dependency not found, HJS program network Luigi types Vita plugin SVGR client. I don't get it. What? You can try, I mean, for sure, right? Or maybe we should just try pushing it to okay, so let's maybe try deploying this as a package already to npm. And so we're going to start with a very simple version, 001, or we can start from 1. So let's say 00100, right? Description, do I have, if I go to program network organization, and then we go to this crap. So let's just say here, let's say like this. Thank you very much for the follow, appreciate it. Yeah, whatever, who cares, right? I mean, we'll see. It's questionable, right? Those should probably be peer dependencies, or React should be a peer dependency, right? And some of that, right? So I'm not yet quite sure. This should be peer dependency for sure. React DOM also should be a peer dependency, right? But yeah, whatever. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, class names shouldn't really be peer. I mean, not everybody's using class names, but I agree that how did I deploy my own packages before, man? I just forgot. It was like, I know that it was like npm publish or whatever, but I did something before that, right? Yeah, that's exactly what we want. If you mean what we're building today, where I'm just open sourcing the programming network's client library. So basically, yeah, just working on this. Yeah, but I mean, I wanna, because wait a minute. That doesn't matter what I'm using. npm is a public repository. That's what we care about. It doesn't matter. But give me a second. So let's call this. Yeah, I guess, right? So let's say npm publish. Yeah, it doesn't like this. Can I log in here? Yeah, give me 1 second. It's asking for. Okay. Why not? files 229. Yeah, give me a second. Something isn't right. Super awkward. Give me a second. Let me take a look at some of the other libraries that I built and that are actually deployed. Let's take a look at what did we recently or yeah, this one, right? This one, for example. Are we maybe missing something in package.json or whatever? Let's take a look at that. All right, let's just add some of the missing metadata, whatever, right? So let's, we already have the author, do we? Okay, so we have a repository now. Let's just add some of the stuff. Is this how the organization is called? No. I mean, it should be, right? Yeah, okay, great, that's good. What else? Contributors, URL, main, types. Are we actually generating with my Vita? Am I using yeah, I am using it here. What was I don't remember. But yeah, we are actually generating the types. I think you have my, you can check my repo. There's also a YouTube video I made about it. There. And yeah, so I am actually generating the definition files, but am I actually? Yeah, you can, of course. Just give me a second. I'm with you in a moment. Okay. Wait, give me a second. 401, okay. Let's try this, but it makes no difference, right? I think that, yeah, that doesn't exist. So super strange, man. Why can't we, like, I've never seen this before, man. Estidine. Do I have some bash or some shit? Do I have bash? Oh my god, what is this? Jesus Christ, man. Ah, my eyes. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Let's use the robot. Let's ask robot, what the hell is this? Okay, yeah. So let's upgrade the npm, right? Oh, motherfucker, man. Nope. I've never seen this, man. I have no idea what is this.
Basement dweller alert. Welcome, Tangu.
File argument must be of type string received undefined. Thank you very much for the follow, guys. I appreciate it. Okay, so it could be, yeah, okay. Oh my god, so it's a Windows Linux subsystem type of issue, it seems. Let's try this. Let me get my password. Ah, authenticator now. Okay, beautiful. Okay, great. Try now. Oh my fucking god, man. Why are you asking me to... It makes no sense, man. Why are you asking me to log in again? I just signed in. Like, are you kidding me, man? Fucking annoying process, dude. Like, so annoying. Ah, okay. Package name too similar to existing package YAML. Try renaming your package to AG. I see. Can I try something like this? Give me a second. I see. So good. We're good. Can we try something like programmer network? Maybe like this. Let's try that. Try that. Oh, access publish. Okay, that's also wrong. All right. Yeah, but I don't want this to be... dude, are you kidding me, bro? Okay, I think we have to set the... What was it? Access or something. I think there was... no, there was something like... Publish config access public. Yeah, I think... Was it this? Like access... Public or something like that. Yeah, it is, right? So now we shouldn't need that... we shouldn't need the arguments here, right? So let's try that again. And why does it ask me for my so strange 729 no 071 605. Did it fail or did it succeed? I think it failed, but let's take a look at that. Profile. Okay, it did succeed. Okay, great. Wow. That was awkward. Okay, so here it is, right? Here it is. That's good. At least we have the first version out. So let's now just test and see if we actually properly exported this package. So let's go to like code sandbox or something, right? Codesandbox.io. Let's sign in. Let's say new sandbox. Let's say React Vita plus TypeScript, sure. Where's our package? It's here, right? So let's install it. I don't think that I've installed it. Stop with this fucking secretary. Ah, my bad. Okay. Wait a minute. That's the basically name of the package, right? Come on, dude. Jesus Christ, how difficult can this be, dude? Thank you very much for the follow, man. Appreciate it. So awkward that, yeah, maybe some registry wasn't updated yet. This guy is actually not finding it, which is kind of funny. Yeah, it's definitely not finding it. All right, let's try to install it in the Programmer Network project instead. So let's go over here and let's say pnpm It is installing it. Let's now see if we can actually use it. Conflicting peer dependencies. All right, it's okay. It doesn't matter. Let's go to the front end thing here, right? Can we actually install? Can I say import from Programmer Network? Yeah. Okay. So we can in fact do something, so that's good. Okay, that's great. So that's very good. And then if we would use avatar somewhere, so wait, let's run our API as well. So let's get over here. Let's go CDA. Oops. Wait, let me just run my Docker very quickly. Let's just run Redis and Postgres. Let's go export source pnpm dev. Let's just see if the actual package we just published works. So let's go to. And why is the Programmer Network shit not visible, man? Are you kidding me? All right. So if I go to which component am I now? Avatar, reset password. Yeah, no, I don't know. Let's go to like profile, whatever. Let's import avatar here. Let's try using it. Let's just say avatar, and we should have TypeScript, I suppose. Yeah, I'm not actually getting the types. That's the src. Okay, I am actually. Okay, that's great. Okay, beautiful. Nice. If I go to my profile now, does that actually work? Yeah, it works. Super. That's great. Amazing. Let's say size 200. Ah, beautiful. Okay. So, I mean, I made the build proper and stuff, so that's beautiful. Now, the only question is, right, it's like, why did I just, you know, export only those things? So let's go fix that one up. So here, let's look for this. So because it seems that from the components here, we're only exporting a subset of things. No, this is dist src index. Yeah, exactly, right? So that's what we kind of messed up. So we need to export everything here, right? So we need to export the actual icons, and we have to export yes, super. Okay, well, let's do that. I mean, it's not rocket science, right? So we have that. We have author card. We have, let's minimize this bullshit here. Avatar we already have. Badge, do we have badge? No. Let's say, oops. Let's say badge. Bookmark. Button, I suppose we did already, yeah. Character counter we did. CTA, call to action. Divider. Drop down. Right, beautiful. Error. Then the icons, right? We have to export the icons. And that's going to be interesting, right? Because the icons are doing this, right? Yeah. That's going to be interesting to see how this is going to be, because I would like to namespace this stuff, right? Bananas code, good evening. So yeah, so that's, we'll see about that. I'm not happy about that yet, but we'll see in a moment. I don't know yet, honestly. Let's keep on doing more. So image crop. Image crop, image input. Ah, interesting. Okay, how did I export this crap? Okay, I see. Okay, that's great. Beautiful. Super. Let's take a look at it here. Beautiful. Okay. Reactions. Share button. Spinner, I guess we already have, right? Yeah. Stars. Tag. Text over line. Super. Tooltip we have. Typography. Yeah. Yeah. Did we forget something? Drop down arrow icon, city character. No, I think not, right? So let's just see what we got with this. So we need to bump this version, right? Let's bump this to, that's the unfortunate thing we have to do here. Add missing exports, right? Push that there. Let's see if our CI is gonna like that. Oh. GitHub. Is our CI pass? Okay, that's beautiful. Mr. Swaz, one of the best streamers. Thank you very much, buddy. I don't know what bits are yet. I'm been streaming for a year. I still don't know those cool things here, but whatever it is, thank you, buddy. And yeah, let's now, what is to say, right? Yeah, I mean, we wanna, what was it? Publish somehow, right? Yeah. Wanna publish again, right? Chubbs RP, thank you, buddy. Ah, my bad, shit. That's not what I wanna, that's not what I wanted to publish. That's not what I wanted to publish. One-time password, give me 1 second. 573 548, enter. All right, apparently it did publish it, so let's go to npm. Should be 1 point, yeah, so that's good, right? Let's go now to our programmer network frontend very quickly here. Let's go to package.json, right? Yeah, the windy one, right? The one in the wind. Yeah, I don't know how great that was, right? Yeah, I was like, what the hell happened? I was wondering what happened, right? What the fuck? Ah, sorry. Because I was still talking like 10 minutes later until I realized that nobody's there anymore. Because my Twitch app on my phone didn't tell me that I'm disconnected, right? So I'm like, okay, what the hell is going on now? Yeah, this doesn't seem correct, no. Yeah, this doesn't seem correct, what I just did. So that's a little bit awkward, isn't it? Yeah, that's not everything, right? Oh, I see, right? Is my CI, how did I build a CI for this? Is it also building the files and wait a minute. Yeah, now that's shit. Lint and stage deploy storybook, right? But what about... Yeah, that's the problem, right? Yeah, that's the shitty thing now, right? Because we're not really... So yeah, so our CI is kind of lacking a bit here, right? So that's why I think we're seeing what we're seeing in a way, but still... Okay, let's do one thing, right? So let's... yeah, let me do one thing here. So I'm gonna go to package.json. I'm basically gonna nuke this. Where's the front end? Is it this one? Yeah. And I'm gonna reinstall it again. But yeah, kind of the funny thing here is that, yeah, I don't think that... Yeah, that's something's off. Something's off for sure. Because why am I still? Why is this? I see. I did bump it. I did bump it. Yeah, for sure. It's a good point, but I did bump. It's just that the dist here is old, right? So I wonder though, because the dist. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, super strange. Give me a second. Because yeah, that's a good point, right? Let's take a look. Yeah, it is version 0. Yeah, I mean, for sure we did well because yeah, I mean, I can also do it here locally, right? But I'm sure that it's going to be the right version. Yeah, 1.0.1, right? So that's also correct, right? It's just maybe that. Give me a second. So because I can see it also on npm that it's wrong, right? You can see here that if we inspect the files, right? Leo, my friend, have a good night, man. Thank you for coming, as always, dude. So we can see that even the definition file is wrong. So it has the old stuff, right? Which is a bit awkward. It's almost as if maybe when I deployed this, yeah, maybe we prematurely deployed this. Maybe stuff... No, but stuff was already in master when I pushed this, right? Wait, give me a second. Let's try one thing. So let's say PnP build. Yeah, so if I go over here now and here, yeah, so we see this crap, right? The main question though is, right, is when I run the publish. Yeah, that's the problem. No, I know, my bad, all good. Yep, so let's just do this. And let's make sure that I'm not messing shit up. Wait. Let me just... No, let me not close that. Let me close other things. All right, so yeah, so if we go back, I know what the problem is. I know what we didn't build when we pushed, right? So that's the problem, 100%. So if we go here, we bump this to 1.2. We'll just bump version, right? Sync changes. And then we'll, yeah, so we did build a new thing, right? Did we? Yeah, we did. So, publish. It's gonna ask me for one-time password again. I'm gonna give it 706-691. Okay, should be deployed. Let's go there now. Yeah, it didn't update yet though, but yeah, okay, now it did. If we go here, if we go to dist and index definition file, yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Okay, super. So now, if we go back to our programmer network frontend, go to package.json, we search for programmer network. No, not that one. It's this one. So we do this, and then we pnpmi again. Yeah, all right, cool. Well, there's gonna be a few things that we have to fix. Now I think it should be there. I'm 1,000,000% sure this is the caching issue. I'm literally gonna just do this. All right, cool. All right. Okay, wait. I think my VS Code is indexing stuff, so it's taking a while. Wait. Let's reload this thing. Okay, here they are, right? All right, so that's cool, right? So we have all the stuff now. So obviously there are a few things that I dislike, right? And that is that icons are, for example, I would have much rather prefer that icons are namespaced under, let's say, icons, right? And then, yeah, so that's what we're gonna fix. But generally, yeah, now we can use this thing already in our project, start replacing stuff if we have. So that's very good, right? It's just obviously you can see now that I have icons mixed up with other components, and I basically, what I really want is if we go to our storybook, right, I really want to have core components, then components, inputs, blah, blah. So basically here, right, you would want to say, okay, import something for programming network, this thing, I don't know, slash inputs, right, or whatever input, and then here you would, so we want to namespace it under quotes, right? We don't want to flatten it all like this, because then it's hard to find anything, right? How do you differentiate? Even though I did prefix icons with icon for that same reason, right? But still, you know, it would be nice to have typography and this and that, blah, blah. Okay, that's good. That's super. So now we have this published to NPM, so we can soon start using it in Programming Network, but also you guys, some of you who showed some interest a while ago to contribute to Programming Network, I'll figure out some projects where you guys are going to be able to actually contribute, right, soon. All right, so yeah, that's live, and I'll yeah, I need to update the README and do a lot of, well, a lot, but we need to do more stuff on that, right? And then I can't wait to go back building Programming Network features again. Did actually anyone sign up this stream? Yeah, actually. So yeah, please, again, if you're planning to stick around and follow the progression of this project, who knows, maybe it becomes something. Make sure to sign up. Thank you. All right, cool. So let's close this one up. So that's great. That works, and that's super. Okay, so let's do one thing. So I should have done that when we started this migration initially, but yeah, sometimes we spend time working backwards. So let's create another project here in GitHub Projects. Let's call it. Should we create a roadmap? Should we? Yeah, not create a roadmap. We should start, but let's call this one component library, right? So let's just create a few of the things that we still have to do. So let's say move remaining icons to update the README with completely misspelled that. Create additional typography. We have thoughts from 2 days. I don't think that anyone has posted any thoughts in the meanwhile. Play one game, that's why. Nobody has posted anything. That's why. Give me a second. Just add the script to the scripts, right? So let's call this one publish and say npm publish, just so I don't have to memorize this CLI argument here. Blah 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 blah. So move remaining icons. Let's take a look at that. So let's close that up. Let's close the API. Let's go to no. Let's just see. Action. Yeah, I don't know what other components, honestly, to turn here, right? Next thing we'll need to open source is our use form hook that I wrote long ago, and then I want to use that library in stories with. So yeah, this is what I have to finalize. You know, actually, even, you know what, I might even do this now. Did I write this in TypeScript as well? Yeah, I did. Okay, so maybe we could, like, this is a huge thing, right, that I wanted to get out and also test a bit better and fix and add on Blur and some other events and stuff like that, right? But this is a very good thing. I have a colleague at work who's also very excited that I do something with this as well. Maybe we could do this. But yeah, so the icons, so I've created the board here. So the icons I'll move off stream. That's boring. Also this one, yeah, this is a simple one. I think finalizing this stuff would be super cool. Let's maybe play with this a bit because I wanted to do this for a long time. So let's go, and I don't think I have to clone this. It should be there. Yeah, cd use AGF form. Thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, this is super cool. Yeah, this is like a backbone of forms in Programmer Network, and it's so simple, and yet it's incredibly useful. I wrote this like a year ago, I think. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, let's fix that. There we go. There's only one message now. Okay. So yeah, this I would love to do well, right? Because this is backbone of all of our front-end forms, and it's truly amazing hook. Madcon, my friend, good evening. Thanks for coming, man. It's been a while since I saw you, at least saying something. Wait a minute. I hope that wait. I hope that I set it to spam every 10 minutes once, because why did it send a message already? That doesn't make any sense, man. Jesus Christ. Good, man. I mean, standard stuff. What is to say? I guess the same like everyone else, right? Work, kid, wife, family, this project, right? So it's pretty constant, I would say, right? But it's good. It's constantly good, I would say, if I can put it that way. Yeah, pretty much. Let me just think a little bit about this now, because so I think what I'm gonna do here, we're gonna work on this a bit now. Super good. I mean, fuck, I should have finished this long ago. I mean, because, yeah, so we need to do this. And what I'm gonna do, so let's go vite react types. So we're gonna generate some sort of a playground inside of this repository. So it's just gonna be so we can test the hook, so we can use it. So if I scroll a bit down, where is it? Template. Yeah, so I guess if we do something like this and then we say, so I say playground, and then here we're gonna say reactjs, right? So reactjs, I suppose, right? Yep. Yeah, Matcon, I think you're right in a way that organized code, or whatever you want to call it, I'm not gonna preach myself, but indeed I think it's agnostic of the language. I mean, any code, regardless of the language, it's either readable or not. So I'll agree with you that for sure, no matter the language, some languages will protect you from failure, like Golang. Like Go is a super good example of something that is fundamentally well designed to prevent you of not failing, right? But true. Okay. Well, yeah, that is true. That is true. But I think that language is made as a meme, right? So I don't think that their intention was readability, right? Because it contradicts the name of the language, right? So I'm very sure that their goal wasn't readability, right? So just so you guys are on the same page, so what am I doing now? So now next thing I wanna do is open source this use form hook I wrote long ago. And this is the backbone of all forms in our frontend, right? So I just wanna, so I just wanna set up now a kind of playground in which we can actually set up, we can use the hook to view it. Okay, great, super. So that's good. We have a simple boilerplate crap, right? So let's go in here and just remove all of this stuff, right? So we don't need any CSS. So we'll nuke all of this. We'll nuke all of this as well, pretty much, right? We'll just say here some basic stuff, right? Let's just say hi, and then we'll nuke this. We'll pretty much nuke all that, and we'll nuke all that as well. And that's great. That's super, right? So we should basically have something at least there. No app. Did I not return from the app? I did. Where is it? It's because we're probably, yeah, sure. Okay, so now we have hi there. Beautiful. So let me try to do one thing. So if I go to my actual library, right? So it's under the src here, my actual thing, utils index. So this is the utils. And then the index itself basically is the use form, right? This would be super nice to get right, because this is again such an important part of code in. Actually, to be very honest with you, Matcon, right? I've been planning that for a very long time, and the only reason why that hasn't materialized yet is because, you know, I'm not a typical, that's the problem with what I do, right? I'm not like a YouTuber, I'm not a streamer. I do this when I have the time, right, and when I feel like it. So I'm always in between those kind of two things, right? I kind of want to do more of this, but then I don't want it to become a job in a way, if you get what I mean, right? I still want it to be, you know, fun, right? So I'm always a bit afraid, you know, to where this goes, right? Can I do this, you know, something from, yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to import from the outside of the SRC, right? So that's unclear right now to me. So I'm here now, SRC. Don't trust that schedule. Don't trust that schedule. Yeah, actually, you can trust it in a way. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I basically, yeah, you get me, right? It's just, again, I need to make sure this remains fun, right? That's fundamentally my. Oh wow, what is that? Okay, why is my what? Okay, wow, is my profile different here? Oh yeah, my profile is different. Okay, let's try that again, because I'm like, why are my shortcuts not working? Okay, good. Okay, so that's pretty good, right? So let's go here. This is complaining now, and it's fine, right? Okay, good. Well, that's pretty good, actually. No, it's fine, right? Ah, super. Good. Great. That's amazing. I like that. Oh, perfect. Is this a TypeScript file? It is. Okay, beautiful. Oh, super. Good. No, all good. Do I not have AJV here actually defined? Okay, I see what I was doing. So I was basically, what I did, it seems, long ago with this repository, I pretty much just moved the code for programmer network. So that's amazing. That's great. That's good. Let me just think about it here for a moment. Okay, that's great. So that's not a problem at all. I think it's just, so just to give you a context, right? So in programmer network right now, like I built, you know, all the systems, the validation in the backend, frontend, and I'm using AJV, right? I'm using another JSON validator. It's a JSON schema validator that Fastify uses. So what I then did in the front-end, I said, okay, well, what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to build this was like a year ago, I'm going to build a simple React hook that's going to utilize AJV or JSON schema in an isomorphic way, meaning JavaScript isomorphic in a way that you can run both front-end and back-end. You can share the libraries between the two because it's just JavaScript, right? So I built some libraries where my both front-end and back-end, they use the same validation library, which is the stuff that I wrote, right? So now I wanna, so you know, whenever I get a validation error in my API, my front-end understands how to read that, and this is that kind of thing that we're doing now, right? You can see AJV and React, right? So you can see here, you define some schema, and then you pass the schema to your state. And so this is my state, this is my schema that defines what a title and description are. And then my hook, this thing that I'm open sourcing now, is going to generate for you the state and I'm going to also explain philosophy on this in the README eventually once we get there, because again, I'm not a fan of higher order components and a lot of this magic that kind of encapsulates, it adds too many abstractions. So you will notice here with this library, right, that what you really get is just this form object, and this object contains your state. So it's a combination of use state and my logic. And then you have to manually kind of, when you find an input, so here's your input, you say name is name, value is value, and then we have an error as well, because what this is going to generate, the way that I wrote it, is for every input you have, you're going to have an error, a value, and maybe I believe required property. But let's get there, because now this is super nice in here, because so we're going to say PMPMI, yeah, React, I guess, and those should be, some of those should be peer dependencies, but we're gonna solve that another time. It's okay. So I'm not gonna, let's not lose sleep over it, right? Then validation. What is this validation supposed? Ah, okay. So this is the AJV stuff. So I suppose that that was something in my programmer network project. Yeah, it's this thing, right? Yep. Okay. And I might have actually put that inside. Maybe, I'm just thinking out loud here. Maybe that's already inside of constants, maybe. No, that's good. No, this, I like that. I like that a lot. So let's create a file called validation here as well. And then before, you know, then we'll see over time what we do with that. And then we'll do something like PNPMI again, AJV errors. And you can see, that I have this other library that I wrote. It's if we actually go to my GitHub, right? And this library contains this isomorphic code, this code that I use both in front end and back end. Those are my kind of common validators, custom validators, right? Because with the AJV, with another JSON schema, right, you can define your own custom validators, and that's the really strong power of it. So if I actually find that programmer network AJV, so yeah, it's this thing, right? So you can take a sneak peek at it if you want. It's also, I think, 100% tested. But if I go, for example, to some of my things here, so if I go to, let's say, keywords, is secure string, right? You will notice that those are my custom validators. So, and you'll soon see how, and I think all of that is actually tested. If we go to string utils, yeah, here are the tests, right? So you can kind of, so yeah, that's great, good. Actually, even forgot about this. I even forgot about this. Okay, so let's install this stuff as well. So PMPMI, programmer network AJV. That's a bit awkward. Ah, okay. Yeah, it's because I never published that as an npm package. It's just directly installed from. Yeah, that's. I mean, you know what? That's fine, right? Nothing major. We'll just smag this bad boy here, and yeah, we'll try PMPMI again. Hopefully it's gonna work. If not, we'll fix it. All right, well, it did work, in fact, and we can see that. Problem is there's no declarations because, yeah, I never actually provided types for this because this is written in JavaScript, right? So it's fine. Like, I just say here, TX expect error, currently, yeah, exactly. That's fair enough. We will write them. How often do you use your old solutions repositories? I mean, I generally write my repositories, my packages very well. They're very well written, they're very clean, they're tested, they're very strong, right? So I reuse them a lot because I use them a lot because I put in the time, right? I put in the time and it pays off big time. So for example, this thing that I just showed you that I linked, this is an amazing little thing. I built this maybe, you see, 5 months ago. Maybe it took me 1 or 2 streams, but it has some very interesting validators which are very powerful, right? So for example, is secure string is a validator that doesn't, so if I go to the, actually, so if you have signed up maybe in programmer.network, we're using that there. But I can show you how. Give me 1 second. So look how easy it is, right? Yeah, get bad words is also one of the validators. So you can see when you just to show you the context. If I go to Programmer Network, right, and I go and I try to, let's say, write an article, right? I think yeah. So we go to articles and I say write new one, and I try to do this, right? And I say, or actually. So this string contains characters, right? Blah, 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 that are not alphanumeric, a dash, blah, blah. So this is a secure one. Like if I try to use some hidden characters, because again, there's many characters out there that you have to validate against. It's not just dash or underscore, whatever. And this guy does all of it. So for example, if we go to string utils and then we go into is secure string, let's actually try to go there. So string utils is secure string. You can see here that this custom validator that I wrote calls a lot of other stuff. So is secure string, if there's no value, return is valid true, blah, blah, blah. But then here, does it contain Unicode space characters? Does it contain combined characters? Does it contain disallowed characters? Does it contain characters composed of white space, right? So can a user come here and do this, right? You see, this string is composed entirely of white space, right? Yeah, it's a regex basically. I mean, it kind of is, but yeah, if you deep dive into details, then yes. But you can see the point is, right, that, and no, I mean, that would require, you know, machine learning and stuff like that, blah, 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 right? But what did I want to say? So this is not the point. So this is just validation, right? And you can write this in so many ways. The beautiful thing about a JSON schema, AJV, that then you can use this just in any of your kind of input fields, right? So now when I define a schema, this is a schema for, what is this for? For creating this is the schema for updating the user, right? You can see now I can use any of my custom is there bad words somewhere, or profanity? I don't remember how I I don't know if I'm using actually any here, but you get the point, right? That is the huge beauty of AJV, right? That now I can define those things that you're looking at here, right? So if we go back here, what else did I build back then? I don't remember. Schemas, keywords, has text. Yeah, this is for yeah, this is a little bit more complicated in a way because this is for TipTap.js, just to check if the TipTap actually has some text. But anyway, you get the point, right? You get the point. Okay, great. So let's go back to this library that we're building here. I think I made it MIT. Yeah, absolutely. You can use anything that I pushed. If it's not under MIT, then I would make it MIT. I mean, of course, I open sourced it so people can use it. So I have no intention to. So please check. I don't remember did I even push any license there. But if I didn't, I can very quickly do it, right? And the good thing about those things, right, is that when you do them in a very solid way, you can reuse this now forever, right? This is not, I mean, you will never stumble upon a project where you will not do validation, right? And this is something that if you set it up to be stable, there's really think about it this way, right? You just saw that is secure string. There is never the case where you want to allow only, where you want to allow a user to keep pressing tab and then treat that as a value, right? There's never a case where you want hidden, combined characters, any sort of kind of malicious characters in your input, right? So once you do this once, at least for that technology that you're talking about, in this case, JavaScript, then you're good, right? I'm not gonna write this validator ever again, right? Because it would be pointless. Thank you everybody for your follows, appreciate it. Okay, let's take a look now. Why is this bad boy complaining? Use AJV form. Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, this is expected, right? Hard Corner, thank you very much, buddy. That's very kind to say. I'm very happy that you like it, man. That's why I'm here. So okay, so this, let's just say that this is a function, because I don't know exactly the type, because yeah, now we are kind of, this is not written. Use the rat Vaseline. Who is this? This is one of my colleagues. Wait, is it Johan? This must be Johan, or is it, who is it? I think it's Johan. But whoever it is, Big D. So Hard Koner is my designer. He's a designer in my team. The Big D. Doro, good evening, buddy. Thank you for coming, man. Thank you for coming. I hope you had a good time at work, man. I was from home past 3 days, so shut the fuck up. A pleasure to be here. Oh man, I love you. I miss you, man. I can't wait for Monday. I've been working from home past 3 days. I'm super bored, but I did a lot of work. I did a lot of work, but yeah. Doro is a legend. What an amazing guy. Okay, wait a minute. What the hell am I doing here? Okay, keyword. So it's string or... I see, okay. Freaking types, man. I love them and hate them at the same time. That's how it is with types, right? We could also go the go way and just underscore it, right? Okay, that's great. So yeah, I mean, that's super great. I like that. I'm very happy when things when things are red and then they go green or right. That's a good feeling. It's like, okay, so this is good. That's great. Super. Okay. It's called error lens. My pleasure, man. I just need to skim. It's been a very long time since I wrote this. So let me just recall what I did and how I was thinking. Stop lying to people, man. People are like thanking me. It's like, oh man, it's an amazing extension. Thank you for writing it. I'm like, nah, dude, I didn't write that. He keeps messing people up. Fucking asshole. What is the current version of React? I mean, let's also do that, right? Yeah, shit, there's so many projects open now. It's getting what was it? 18. What was it? Is this? Yeah, I mean, I used Vim for many years, right? When I was, especially like in the maybe 2009 or 10, when I was working as a Cisco engineer and a sysadmin, I used Vim a lot, right? And Emacs as well. I just don't think it's very useful for web development, right? I think it's literally suffering. It's painful. But again, as I always say, who cares, man? It's just an editor at the end of the day, right? Okay, wow. Maybe we're missing types. Wait, pmpmi-d types react. I suppose so, right? Yeah, exactly, right? But why? That's super weird, man. Yeah, I mean, we do have the types. Is that how it was? Yeah. Missing type in TypeScript. Exactly. What the hell, man? Okay. That's awkward like hell. Like Ah, I see. So it's using the old types. It's using the old types. Why? Wait, types? I see. I see. All right. Well, who cares? Let's just rm rf node modules, right? Let's rm do we have some package, some log file? Ah, okay. No. Okay. Yeah. We just have to clean up a bit here, right? So let's create. Yeah. I see. So let's nvmrc, right? No. And yeah, let's do this, and let's say, what was it, 2080, right? Yeah. Nope. Now. All right, cool. What about now? Okay, now we have to reload this crap. Every time you reinstall npm packages, the world spins a few more times. Wait, so did we? Okay, that's great. All right. So I'll just nuke this stuff now. JSON schema type T. Yeah, that's great, right? But I don't know yet about it. So we'll use robot. We'll use ChatGPT to help us here a bit, right? So I'm not gonna shoot myself in the knee just yet. So let's be pragmatic here, right? Because you know, we know how to write code, so we don't have to show off. Only thing we really have to do is make progress, right? So what I'm gonna do, because when I wrote this, ChatGPT didn't exist. Now it exists, so we're gonna use it. We're gonna use my Jean-Code Van Debug. So for those of you who don't know, you can use my Jean-Code Van Debug if you want. This is my LLM. So there you go. I named it Jean-Code Van Debug because I think it's a super cool name. So yeah, feel free to use it. Okay, so I'm turning my use form hook into a library, and I need help with adding missing types because I wrote this initially without using TypeScript as a superset, organizing and reviewing this code. All right. Let's see what my Jean-Code Van Debug did here. All right. Well, it doesn't look super promising, but let's see. I think it's a little bit drunk, but let's see. All right. Well, it's no different. I just primed it myself, right? So the difference is that it's primed a bit better. I gave some context to this, so it's not a different LLM, right? It's not a... Oh my god, Doru, I have to buy you coffee on Monday, man. Well, keep in mind, right, so ChatGPT right now doesn't provide generative AI you cannot create literally your own LLM like you can do with Vertex AI and with GCP, right? Doru actually knows we had a hackathon at Dream Data last week and we used Vertex AI, LangChain, blah, 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 right? So no, ChatGPT doesn't work like that. It's not that you literally create your own LLM that you train. You're still using their huge LLM, but you kind of prime it. You prime it for... So before, up until this latest release of ChatGPT, you would basically always have to give context in every single news session. You would have to give context to the LLM, telling it, hey, behave like this, whatever. Now, I had primed it a lot. I told it what to focus on, blah, blah, blah. So that's the difference, right? Yeah, it's true, Lordy. It's definitely harder, especially for juniors to land a job today, for sure, man. For sure, dude. Okay, so that's not super great, right? So this is what this fella gave me. I mean, that's questionable, right? The thing is, as I said, you remember what Albert Einstein said? He said, if I had an hour to solve a problem, I would spend 55 minutes looking for the right questions to ask, right? So how well answer you're gonna get from anybody, a human being or a AI, depends on how well you formulate your question, right? Yeah, so, you know, that is the beauty of the AI for people who are already experts. More domain knowledge you have, more you can gain from AI, right? So can it answer questions better? Well, what is better, right? It for sure it filters out some things, right? But is it better? I don't actually know. Okay, so let's write some stuff, right? So first, let's prefix everything with I. At my university, tell us not to waste time on the typical web and start looking jobs in the... I mean, honestly, that's not a terrible advice, but it's a dangerous advice. I mean, what do you mean, are you making this without backend? What exactly, sorry? Programmer Network platform already has more than 1,000 users and it's live. If you're referring to Programmer Network, what we're doing now, we're just open sourcing some front-end library from Programmer Network. But if you mean Programmer Network, then I mean at this moment I'm not coding the backend, but backend I have built it, yes. Yeah, I mean, again, right? Like as I always say, right? It's also about our perception and like as I always say, right? We have to be very careful not to be ungrateful too much, right? For me, this LLMs and the AI is literally a miracle, right? It's one of the craziest things that happened to humanity in decades. I think that humanity went very quickly into like how quickly can you go to a miracle to, oh my god, it doesn't instantly think what I tell it to think, right? For me, ChatGPT or any other AI, Bard or whatever, is impressive. I mean, I've been paying for ChatGPT since February, and I'm still equally impressed today after what, almost a year, right? So it's just that's just my perception, right, of things. I think can it always give you exactly what you want? I mean, of course not. But you know, it's we need to be a bit, yeah, appreciative, right? That would be the right word, appreciative, right? And come on. Yeah, that's gonna be hard to type, right? It's gonna take many years for those things to be automated, so don't rush it too much, right? It's gonna take many years for this type of work to be automated, simply because in order to do what I'm doing now, and in order to build complex things, you need to have a lot of knowledge and a lot of domain knowledge. So no AI is gonna do that for you. You can utilize AI to do it more productively, yes, but is it gonna, you know, the team is just a normal team with a background, right? Yeah, but I mean, it's true for sure, right? For sure that in time, right, things will change. I definitely am with you, right? No question about that, right? But we're not there yet, right? It's gonna take time, right? We're not there yet. I mean, again, don't get led by, you know, majority of businesses out there barely have a website that works, right? That's not slow and shitty and stuff like that. So we cannot take Google and Facebook and those companies, right, as a guiding star on what's going to happen soon. Those companies are tech companies. They're building software. Not every single company on earth is building software, right? Majority of businesses, in fact, are not software companies. They're companies that have websites. Some of them are selling cows, some of them are selling cars, some of them are selling surfboards, some of them are selling skateboards, and millions of other types of jobs, right? So those companies are not going to just be buying robots and building websites with AI, right? So it's not like the world is ending tomorrow, right? It's going to take a long time before an average business that has 3 employees is utilizing AI, right? I mean, some of those people can barely open up an email today, right? Let alone operate, you know. So okay, so all right, so actually so happy that I'm open sourcing this, not because I'm some sort of a open source messiah or I have a big heart. I don't. It's more that things in my programming network front end are going to be more stable because it's a long overdue, and I had, you know, I should review this stuff, right? So that's beautiful. I really like this. I really like this. What I would actually whatsoever like is that if I have some config file, some TS config, that I say that I have some, so strict should be false, so some loose rules for now, right? So I don't want it to be strict, right? So I don't want it to fail for sure, right? So if I go to playground again and pm dev, but again, right? So this is the problem with humankind. Again, we're too absolute and too literal, right? We don't have to observe. We don't have to observe the. So this is fundamental thing when we. So I think one of the biggest issue with us people is that whenever we face the unknown, we overthink things. Like, you don't have to expect that AI is going to replace us or that it's going to start coding software on its own. What it will change, and what it already does change, I can see that on my work for months now, is that each one of us is several times more productive already. Because now when I go to work, I don't think for months that I spent 10 minutes on Stack Overflow, right? So it's not to say necessarily that I don't know where's this striving for being replaced coming from. It's not going to replace us, but it's gonna, and it already did, it's going to change drastically the amount of people you need. Juniors are going to have a lot harder time, because what I would put a junior on, to be very frank with you, before in certain things, this thing can respond now in 2 seconds. So it's going to change a little bit the market, but it's not to say that it's like going to in 2 years, like it's going to build the whole infrastructure, front ends, back ends, whatever. It doesn't have to do that at all. I don't think that that's even necessary. It already does what it's supposed to do. It makes you a lot more productive, right? Exactly. So you want to use it, and there's nothing to be worried about at the end of the day, right? You should only be worried about in your life. You should only be worried about things if you're sitting home and expecting the world to change around you, to spin around you. As long as you're learning things as they come. So we know, all of us know, that the AI is the present and the future. Jump and then train, learn it, use it, and you have nothing to worry about. But if you sit home and you're mad because AI exists, or it goes against my values, who cares about your values, man, right? Nobody, right? Who gives a shit about your values? Okay, let me just go here. Let me just find some use form example from my programming network from production. So use form. Yeah, maybe this. Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna do something like this, actually. And I'm gonna move it actually right here. And then I'm gonna get rid of this. And I'm gonna try this. Let's see, does it still fail with an error? Yeah, so AJV is not defined. Somewhere I'm importing the AJV, I suppose. What's your advice for someone trying to... Actually, it's a little bit scares me, that question, because to be very frank with you, Wardis, there's a lot of people coming asking the same, which clearly indicates that there's so many of you out there looking for that thing, right? It's what is the best advice? It's very hard to tell me, man, something that you haven't heard already. You just have to... It's a hustle, right? You have to build things, you have to just build things, build a portfolio, and just appear to be better than others. And emphasis is on appear to be better than others, right? Because unfortunately, there's a lot of there's a lot of self-perception and perception of others of you, how you kind of create yourself, right? So yeah, man, you just have to be better than others, I guess, and keep applying, keep doing whatever you're doing. Play one game, my friend. Have a good night. Thank you for coming as always. Okay, so now we have something beautiful. Okay, amazing. So here's my hook. So we are now at the point where we can actually start, yeah, turning this into TypeScript and blah, 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 right? Okay, so we're gonna have a dummy example here, so that's why I created, so we don't care about how things look like. So we're gonna create some inputs. So we're gonna create, let's say title description, yeah. So let's say, it is, right? But it doesn't mean that you can't do it, right? You can still do it and right? It's just that's how the capitalism works at the end of the day, right? You have to sell yourself. You're the product, right? You have your skills, and you have to sell yourself on the market. You have to find the buyer, and you have to convey to that buyer that you can provide the value that the buyer is looking for, right? So it's gonna be a little bit tough, and then it's gonna be amazing, right? So it's perfectly fine. My first 2 jobs I worked for free, right? Almost, well, not the first 2, actually, ironically, even later. But that's what it takes. If that's what it takes, that's what it takes. What can you do? Yeah, but it doesn't matter, right? I mean, it does. I mean, those years of work. I also sometimes feel like an asshole even mentioning that. I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? Like how long have I worked or not? It means nothing, right? But it does, of course. I mean, I would be, you know, I would be biased to say that experience on your CV doesn't help. I mean, I don't care. I mean, my interviewing success rate is, I think, 100%, right? So if I apply, so past 3 or 4 companies I applied, I got a job instantly, right? So that's what the experience, right, helps you with, right? When somebody sees that you worked in a couple of good companies, right, and stuff, that for sure helps. There's no question about that. I would lie if I would say otherwise, right? Just want to set up some example here. So is it working? Yeah, beautiful. No, I mean, I think you guys are, I'm sorry, I mean, not trying to be rude, but I don't think that you guys are right at all. I don't think that was ever the case. I think getting a job in programming industry was never easy, right? I think that's a huge misconception, which I don't think that helps or provides help to new juniors today, because I feel that somehow community is saying that, you know, if you've been a programmer 5 years ago, you would just show up and somebody would give you a job. No, I don't think so. I actually think that interviews, for example, maybe 10 years ago were way more difficult than today, right? Today, if you're applying, unless you're applying to some FANG companies, like, you know, the big guys, the unicorn guys, you know, you can know some React, whatever, this and that, and you're good, right? So I think, I mean, majority of juniors that I interviewed in the JavaScript world, they don't know JavaScript, right? They don't even know the basics of the language, right? And they're still getting jobs, right? So I don't think that it was easier before at all, actually. I would disagree with that. But is there maybe lesser junior jobs, right? Is there lesser junior jobs today than before? Maybe. That's, I cannot say. That I don't know. But is it easier? I don't think so. No, I don't think that's correct thing to say, right? All right, I'm just setting it up here. So just setting it up as an example. Did I remove the log? Yeah. Just so we can use this to test this open source thing we're doing. Okay, beautiful. So we have this. We will not, that's literally all we need. So we're not going to be fiddling with that anymore. SCH, my icky, good evening, buddy. All right, so let's call Luigi for now. Let's call this this thing. Let's close that thing. Yeah, it's the same here, Arthur. It's the same here in Copenhagen as well. All right, so I think, okay. So before, so you can see now, since I'm rewriting this from JavaScript to TypeScript as this is a library itself, I actually literally don't remember anymore, right? How I wrote this, what this even was, right? So what I actually need, so before I can write the types, I need to remember what I did here, right? And I think I'm gonna get rid of this unflattening and stuff because this was not a great idea back then. So I don't think that I'm gonna actually use this anymore. I'm pretty sure that I will not, because that wasn't something it overcomplicated things way too much. So I'm gonna get rid of that, right? And I suppose I've created flatten somewhere as well, right? Yeah, I did, right? So we'll need to get rid of that as well, right? I don't like that idea anymore. It overcomplicated things a lot. If you were writing a project for streaming, would you choose Node? Of course, Go. Of course, Go. If you need high concurrency, if you need high through output, high concurrency, then Go, obviously, 100%. It's not even a discussion. It's an instant fact. Node.js is amazing. Node.js is a great for as an HTTP server, as an API, for many things. But for streaming and for things like that, you would never want to use Node.js, no. Could you use it? Of course, you can use whatever, right? But you would not want that, no. Okay, so now I need to think a little bit about this. So how did I build this back then? Yeah, I remember this. Okay, so what we can actually do, just so I can memorize this, right? So we can actually print this bad boy. I mean, Go, okay, so let's just, there are two aspects to this. Go in general is just simply a better language than JavaScript, right? But let's be careful about, that's why, hear me out, so I don't give you. So there are two aspects to building any product. There are many aspects to, when you discuss technology, to just the performance of the language, hiring parts, price of the developers, community support, packages, etc., right? JavaScript in this domain is unbeatable. So the reason why people build things using JavaScript isn't because JavaScript is fundamentally the most performant language in the world. Absolutely not. It's because it's with a limited amount of people, you can build a product fairly quickly. And it's a solid language, but it's not a language that necessarily is something that Node.js is not a type of a thing, right? So now, is Golang better than JavaScript? Well, again, as an API, so for a server, yes. Is it? And when I say better, what do we mean? We mean it's faster, right? It has concurrency model is better. Golang is a beautiful language. It's very constrained. It has, you know, you write basically. So overall, yes, but you have to define what is better, right? What does it mean, better language? Then you have to make a step back and say, where am I now, right? In a sense, am I building a company? Do I need to hire people? Where do I live geographically? How easy and cheap or expensive is it to hire a Node.js developer, let's say, versus Go developer? What about isomorphic things? So for example, the beauty of JavaScript is that you can hire a developer that can build both the backend and the front end because it's the same language. You can use the same libraries, blah, 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 right? So there's so many aspects to this. Only a child discusses languages only by performance. This is immature 3,000,000%. Any reasonable CTO, any reasonable CEO, any reasonable team lead, tech lead understands this. You don't just sit and say, this language is faster, let's pick it. Like, dude, wait a minute. What do you mean faster, right? Is the language even a bottleneck, right? So yeah, but Go generally is a language that's simply beautiful, and I would suggest Go always, no matter what you do. It's just a great language. It's a beautiful language. And this is exactly, so what Arthur wrote is exactly what I'm talking about, right? So there's several things to consider, right? So 100%. Those are all of the things you have to take in consideration when you're making decisions as any sort of a, right? How are you structuring your Fastify application? I can show you. Shit, there's so many repositories. I think C# is a great language as well. I think it's a very nice language, yes. I like C#. Especially the latest updates to the language, more declarative, more less object-oriented. I think object-oriented programming should have never existed, that's my opinion. And I think C# kind of trying to move away from it, it's great. How do I structure my Fastify API? Very simple. For me, everything is a resource, right? I hate flat structures. I never structure my code in a way like views, controllers, models, blah, blah, blah. I find that ridiculous. I find that structuring illogical in every sense of the word. So the way that I structure my endpoints is very simple, nothing rocket science. I have a controller, I have the model, I have the router, I have my schemas, my tests, and each resource is self-encapsulated, or to say encapsulated. So every resource contains all it needs, right? So as you can see here, this is the API programmer network. I do not, no. I don't like, I would ban that sort of pattern, no. If I'm asked, I would not allow those patterns to exist, because code should be explicit as much as possible, and that's too implicit. Something magically happens somewhere is always, you set yourself a failure very easily. So no, I'm not using that. Then I have a config, and this is just my own way to do things. I have setup decorators where I set up my decorators. set up my envs, my error handlers, my faker, my plugins. So all is organized like that. Then if I go to my main file, this is my main file. Then I have the app, which is exported so I can run the tests. And as you can see here, this is my main app. This is the Fastify instance. Unfortunately, no, it's not open source. So this is the app. And then I set up the environmental variables. I set up Postgres. And then we set up the plugins. We set up the decorators. We set up the routes. We set up the error handlers. And then, yeah, this is kind of, this is honestly out of place. But at one point I'll move it away. I don't know, because yeah, all of this is built inside the stream, right? So sometimes I forget to clean things up. And then, yeah, I have my, there's what is Cloudflare. I have my clients here, authentication. I wrote myself. Keep doing good work, brother. Thank you very much. Somebody, DBX on YouTube, sending a comment of support. Thank you, man. But again, I think the core thing to understand when it comes to structuring anything is encapsulation, right? So what a lot of people are doing, which I think again should have never existed, is this. You have some controllers folder, and then you have controller, you know, X, controller Y, controller, you know, N, and then you have views or whatever, and then you do the same, right? And this is terrible, right? Because you need to encapsulate your features. Why would you open a folder of 34 controllers? What is the value of that? Your brain is not thinking about views and controllers and models. When you're writing code, you're thinking about the feature. Like, I need to update the user endpoint. You're not saying I need to update the user router, so let me go to the routers folder, right? So when you encapsulate this stuff under, let's say, user, then the user has a controller, it has a router, it has a tests, it has whatever model, right? So now you can think in that way instead. So instead of thinking about file names and types of entities, you're thinking about, I need to update something related to the user endpoints. Well, you go in there and do that. And then of course, the beautiful thing with Swagger, with Fastify, is that you have the Swagger, right? Let's run the API. Chica, my friend, super happy to see you, man. Let's go, what was it, API, right? So then, of course, the beautiful thing, it's right. And then the beautiful thing about Fastify is that you get the Swagger for free, because Fastify uses, again, AJV, another JSON validator, this thing that we're basically now open sourcing this UI library for. You get your Swagger specification for free. So all of this is automatically generated. How? Well, it's generated because whenever you define a route in Fastify, you provide the, URL parameter schema, query parameters, body, response schema, which is so nice, because getting the Swagger for free, just as a side effect of your validation, is so powerful. It's crazy powerful, right? So that's why Fastify, if you're writing JavaScript and writing APIs, it's, what is to say, right? It's just amazing. Okay. So think about things as components in all parts of your system, not just your user interface. Component isn't just your button. Everything is a component. Think through plugins, right? Think about things as microservices, components, encapsulation, right? That way you can organize your things always better, right? Because now technically you can take this folder and move it to some other project as well. This is a stupid example because you will never do that. But in theory, if you would do that, you know that everything related to this user resource is in there. Everything related to my authentication is in there, right? So that makes organization a lot better. Okay, cool. So going back to this library that we are trying to do something with. My pleasure, man. My pleasure. Thank you for question. It's a good question. I love discussing that sort of stuff. Yeah, let's just, this is just our dummy example playground here. So let's say const you know, handle submit, exactly, right? But no, we don't actually need this. So here we'll just say form dot validate, right? And then we'll say const you know, but actually that doesn't even matter, right? But I just need to trigger this so my internal validate inside of this hook actually triggers. Because what I'm interested in is here, like, is this thing gonna, yeah, is this thing gonna throw, right? So that's beautiful, right? That's all that I really need. So if I go here, right, and I just say here, whatever, on click, handle submit. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so I'm explicitly trying to trigger for the error so I can type this. So you can see this is what, so I wonder if there's a, if AJV comes with this type. It has to come with this type, right? I mean, what I'm trying to say, they must be exposing this type, right? Error object, maybe this? Give me a second. Yeah, maybe this shit. Yeah. Oh, so nice. Yes, that's it. Beautiful. Okay, super. That's exactly what I need, because we can confirm that it has instance path, keyword, message, blah, 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 right? Yeah, super nice. Okay, that's great. I mean, I like that a lot. Okay, good. So what the hell am I doing here? So yeah, this logic is no longer, yeah, this is no longer valid, right? So this should just be key now, because just FYI, so what I did before with this library, I made it to flatten an unflattened nested object. So what I basically made initially, I said, hey, if the user passes the nested object into this hook, so if user says foo, bar, baz, whatever, hi, 11, right? What I would do basically, I would flatten this state or unflatten, yeah, so I would do foo.bar, baz, hi. This would be literally the property name in the schema, and the value would be 11. And then I would normalize that or unflatten eventually, so when the user, before you send this form data to your API, I would call unflatten on this, and then I would basically turn it back into this, right? So this way I made this hook more useful, so instead of you needing to normalize your data, take the form data and then do that somewhere, I just said, hey, you can pass any object of any depth into this, and then later the library is gonna do the work for you. I'm not gonna do that anymore. Exactly, Chica, yeah. But I'm not gonna be doing that anymore, right? Because or this, man, just build things, right? At the end of the day, the only value you can provide to companies and yourself is if you're able to showcase that. That's what the interviews are for, really. I mean, if you would put the interviews to a very primitive level, you go somewhere and they want to make sure that, hey, is this guy capable to make buttons that when somebody clicks on them, they do something, right? So okay, let me just try to think about my thinking logic when I built this. So I get the AJV errors, which is basically something like this, right? I need to think about what I did before. So this is kind of, we get something like this, an array of objects, right? Yes. Then I do the keys. So I'm saying object.keys. Yeah, well, no, then that's, nah, no. Okay, because this is a wrong type now, I'm sure. Because let's see what this actually returns. So let's, yeah, I see. So let's actually see what this utility of mine returns. That's the type that we need. Yeah, you can see, so this is what it actually returns. So just key value pairs, right? So essentially it's like this, right? It returns an object. It's basically a record of string, right? Something like that, I guess, right? And then I loop through each of the keys, right? So let's move this, let's copy this object. So I do this, right? So this key now is going to be title or description, and I say title, and then if the actual if the value is an object, then I do object keys again over it. So it's almost like I mean, this could be turned into some sort of recursive function probably. Okay, so that's fine, right? The question is, why would this ever be an object? I don't remember that. Like when is this ever going to be an object, right? So why would this description, unless maybe it has multiple errors, right? So maybe it has multiple errors, right? That's the only thing. So maybe, yeah, it's an array or whatever, right? So we'll need to figure that out. I'm unsure right now. K, what is K? Okay. Yeah, I'm not actually happy with that, even if I could do that. Type, because index expression is not of type number. Okay, so that's all good. I think. Okay, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of roaming in my mind, just reading what I built before. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I reduce basically this to an object again, right? So basically, yeah, I don't think that I should support that anymore, I think. But there's probably a good reason why I'm doing that. But what basically is happening here is that as we had it here, now the title can basically be an object that also has, you know, maybe multiple errors. So probably that's the reason. And that's okay. I mean, if that's the reason, then I thought, well, all right, okay. Okay, interesting. Give me a second. Shit, 1 sec. Oh, shit. I have a typo, AGV errors. Okay. Yeah, so as you can see, as I assumed, that's what happens, right? That's what it's doing, right? Okay. Okay, so because my brain is starting to shut down, it's midnight here. I'll just use the robot a bit with those silly things. Because I'm kind of slowly starting to shut down. It's getting super late here. Raven, thank you very much, buddy. That's very kind. Thank you for the follow. Okay. Let's just define this interface somewhere. I guess we have it here, and then we'll figure out how we organize this maybe tomorrow or some other stream. I will definitely be streaming tomorrow during the day. AJV errors. Where is this AJV errors? Oh yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, all good, I get it. And I guess it's telling me to, yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, that's super weird. No, I'm not gonna do that. Come on. Ah, I see. Okay, I see. All right, no worries. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Yeah. But the thing is, what we can actually do now to be a little bit smarter, because that doesn't really make sense, right? I mean, we can make this process AJV errors actually do that. So we'll need to think this through, because it's not like super, now when I in retrospect look at this, right, it's not super like clever, right? Because there's no point in like this. So yeah, we'll need to, yeah, nothing major, right? It's just now after a year after I build this, it's kind of clear that, yeah, we can simplify some of those things, because this thing now is actually composing the simple object, right? But there's no reason for us to, at the very least now, don't call this in there, right? So here, instead of actually, where is this? So yeah, so here we can say const, you know, errors, whatever. And here we can do this, right? Something like that, right? And this is actually going to be the type that we found. So it's going to be something like error. Shit, what was it? Let me go back. Process AJV errors. No, wait a minute. AJV. No. Yeah, error object. Yeah, that one. Actually couldn't remember. Yeah, error object, exactly this one. That's beautiful. Okay, so if I go somewhere, I don't actually remember where I was. I'm losing myself slowly, but yeah, over here. So we do the error object, right? And then here we can say this, and that you can see it actually likes that. And then what we can do is we can go here and say, hey, can we improve this from the, actually, yeah. Can we improve this and reduce its complexity? And yeah, this is no longer returning it. Yeah, that's type void, isn't it? What the fuck? Void? Ah, I see, okay. And this is basically returning, right? Oh, am I not returning it? Yeah, yeah, that's the problem, yeah. So that's why it couldn't infer what the hell am I doing, right? Rate? What rate? Sting 64. Good evening, buddy. Oh, it is a rate. Nice. Super cool. Let's give a shout out. Well, I almost kind of left. Well, how do we even do that? Shout out, right? Yeah. There we go. Raid message. Tops. Well, good evening, everybody. Thank you. You almost missed me. It's midnight here, so we're almost to bed. Raid message indeed. Yeah. Okay. How are you guys doing? How was your stream? Did you have fun? And let's actually follow Purple Elf. Good, very good. I'm just open sourcing some of the parts of Programmer Network. I'm not sure if you ever actually checked my stream, but I'm building this platform, right, which is live. And now I'm starting to kind of slowly open source some of the libraries that I wrote for it and some stuff. So now I'm open sourcing some UI hook. And before that, we were kind of open sourcing this UI, this thing, right? Now I'm actually open sourcing this. Well, no, those libraries are written in TypeScript. So all of these that I linked, they're fully written in TypeScript, yes. But the Programmer Network is written in JavaScript, yes, for sure. Well, thank you. I'll definitely check your stream as well. But yeah, Tobs is coming from your stream. Nice. Yeah, Tobs is my watcher sometimes as well. That's cool. Yeah. But yeah, Instinct, thank you. I'll make sure to tomorrow when I wake up to check. You brought them there. Thank you, Tobs. That's very kind, man. Thank you. That is nice. Yeah, so this is a very strange type. This is a very strange type. Let's actually see what the hell is this. So that's gonna return that. Yeah, fair. I actually don't think that I've ever rated anyone. You know, I'm not into this Twitch thing. I just come, press the button, and I leave. So I should probably start doing that as well. You know, the Twitch stuff. I think I will. I think I will. Okay. Fourth month. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But it is good. It's fun, right? It's just yeah. I'm just, you know, I'm not your typical streamer. I just do this very often for fun, right? So I just need to push myself to kind of get into that mindset, right? But I think it's nice for sure. It's super fun to meet other people and stuff like that, right? Yeah, definitely with you on that. Definitely with you on that. But yeah. But yeah, that's as I shared what we're doing basically. So Programmer Network is the platform for developers, right? We have more than 1,000 people right now. I think 1,100 people signed up, and yeah, basically past couple of streams I've been trying to kind of open source some of the stuff because some people showed interest into contributing to Programmer Network. So it's kind of long overdue. The easiest way was to first kind of start open sourcing the library, right? Yeah, that's what we're doing. Because we're gonna round up soon, we should probably raid now someone else, because it's almost 1 a.m. here, and I've been streaming now for how long? I generally don't stream more than 2 hours, and now I've been streaming for like, oh my god, 3 hours. Okay. But yeah, before we leave, let's actually do a little bit more work, because I just wanted us to figure a few of those things. Because now I'm kind of moving this hook and turning it into a TypeScript hook, right? So this is, screw that, that's good as well. So yeah, where was this thing? Where was it? Yeah, this guy over here, right? Yeah. This is true, yeah, it is, I suppose. Okay. I see. Okay, wait a minute. That's actually super strange. Wait a minute. Where are we actually saying that it's undefined? I don't get that, right? That's a little bit unclear, right? Where am I actually saying that this is undefined? Let me just try one thing. Yeah, that's a little bit strange, right? But you can see that TypeScript didn't infer, it didn't understand here, right? Because the errors are always going to be there if this returns false, right? So that's kind of strange, right? That we need to do that thing so TypeScript knows, right? But okay, it's not ideal, so it's fine. So that's good now, right? And if we go back to this this fellow over here, right? Yeah, this is certainly better. So let's go there. Actually, yeah, let's literally do this. Get the field name. What is this returning? And field here is going to be also, I suppose, right? The what is it called? Error object, right? Yeah. La 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 la. Where is that? Here. So we're also going to have that. Yeah, that's amazing. Okay. Get field name. If it includes this or this, then do that. Right. Yeah, that's good. I like that, right? Let's try now this again. So if we go to, where were we? Like, yeah, right? No, not really. Okay, never mind. Okay, but let's try running this now. Let's try fiddling with the hook. So let's force an error. State. Yeah, here it is. So we can see should have at least 3 characters. So okay. So that was nicely refactored. That was nicely refactored. I like that. But ooh, yeah, actually process AJV errors now. Now, how should we actually name this now? Process AJV errors. Yeah, that's the question. All right, good. That's awesome. I think that's great. We already have a set state. Where? Ah, over here. Okay, I see. Take the existing state, loop through the errors. Okay, and where do I call this? I call it right here, I see. So we get this errors object. Exactly, okay. And then we set that in the state, I see, okay. So essentially this should be taking AJV errors, right? This thing that we defined. This is also wrong. Why is this? Write tests for this as well, clearly. All right, guys, let's maybe round it up. Before I leave, let's see if anybody has any questions, because it's almost 1 a.m. here and I'm kind of starting to lose focus. So let's see if there's anybody who who needs any help from me, any questions that you might have. And then if not, then I will very gladly head off and get some rest. So let's see if anybody here has something to ask. Best game of tic-tac-toe. I have no idea, honestly. Can't think of that right now. Yeah. Oh my god, Doro is still here. Of course, buddy. Of course, man. We're going. We should probably have the beers, man, over the weekend if you're around. If you're around, Ama, just ping me. We should maybe have some fun, dude. So we had two very technical questions. Let's see if there's any more. Sunday, I'm all in. I'm all in, man. Just ping me on Slack or my number. I'm all in. Let's see if there's any other interesting questions, or should I just go and watch some. It's finally a weekend. It's been a long week. Probably gonna watch something on Netflix or whatever. Well, all right. It seems that everyone is as tired as I am, so I'm gonna head off. Doro, I love you, man. I'll see you maybe on Sunday if you ping me. Otherwise, Monday. And Locktie, yeah, fucking wow, maniac. Yeah, see you everybody. Tobbs, thank you for bringing people here. Appreciate it, man. And I'll see you guys another time tomorrow during the daytime. Peace out, everybody. Cheers. Have a good one, guys. All the best.